Austin are navigating the aftermath of your breakup, and I want to get your perspective on the conversation he had with his roommate. Take a look at this clip.
After the group meetup, I reached out to Becca and I was like, hey, can we talk about what happened again? And was also probably a mistake.
Why was that a mistake? What do you mean? That sounds like what you should be doing.
She felt like I should have taken that time to think about everything and think about all the events and my actions and all this stuff.
I mean, do you feel like you were doing that? I feel like that's exactly what you were doing.
I wasn't. I just disconnected.
So how is it being a fly on the wall in that conversation?
It's always hard to see Austin hurting. I care for him deeply, and to know that he feels disappointed in how he handled things or how things went is hard when it's a person that you love and have rooted for and didn't want it to go that way. And I'm glad that his roommate was supporting him in the way that she was. She's a great friend to him.
Mm-hmm. So he feels like it was a mistake to reach out to you after the meetup. Do you still feel like that was a mistake, or could he have made a right decision after that?
I don't know if it was the right decision or the wrong decision. It was the decision that felt right to him. And when we did meet up and talk, he largely just defended himself more and more and more, and just saying he didn't understand why I was so upset. And what I expected in that conversation was I dropped the ball really hard and I lost your trust, but I still want to try to make this work, or I want to fight for this, or anything like that. And the conversation wasn't anything like that.
Fair enough. Whew, Becca and Cameron, you both encountered some tough challenges throughout your marriage, but what lessons have you learned from this experience?
I think I've learned that people can only meet you where they've met themselves, and that's not to say that their shortcomings are their fault. It's just that's how people show up in the world. And yeah.
How have you seen yourself grow through this experience?
I know to trust my gut more.
Okay.
And I know now that...
Okay, I'll give you a moment.
Can I have a tissue?
Here, can you pass this down to him? So Cameron, what emotions do you feel looking back on this process?
I feel I'm still processing.
Okay.
It was a situation that it showed a lot of who we all are,
mm-hmm.
and then what I'm hoping to feel, and then I'm getting there. I'm almost there. Is strength from okay, things didn't go the way that I wanted them to go, but I don't know how anyone can go through this, and if they make it out alive, I don't know how anyone can go through this and not go through significant personal developments.
Well, thank you for sharing that, and I completely agree.
I really like the note you left off on, about personal growth, because it's a lot. People often forget that growth is not easy.
Mm-mm.
We don't realize it until we're into it, that if you want anything to grow or change and mature, it's going to go through a process, and it's
gonna look ugly a little bit.
It's usually not going to feel good. And, you guys have gone through years of journey in weeks of time, back to back to back. So I would definitely say, even though, because it's still fresh, it's still ongoing, even though you guys are in it and going through it right now, realize that even this is part of the growth.
Absolutely. Well, all right. That covers tonight's special hour-long episode. But before we go, here's a preview of what happens next week on a brand new episode of Married at First Sight.